Hello everyone, TPL here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the best weapon ideas for Sea of Thieves. So before we begin, please do not forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and turn notifications on if you get the chance. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. The first weapon we're going to talk about is quite likely to happen. What the weapon is, it is a sword, but two of them. Like a double sword. So instead of running a sword and a blunder, you'd actually just run a sword and a sword. So this is probably the most popular one we're going to cover today. I reckon loads of people will actually want this. So the disadvantage of it is that it is a sword, so you don't have any long range and you don't have any bullets. But the advantage is you never run out of ammo and there's no zoom in time, so it's the fastest attack in the game. Right, so the second thing we're going to be talking about is something that I really want. It is a portable cannon, so it can use cannonballs, curse balls, and blunder bombs. It's kind of like the cannon rowboat, right? It's the same size as the cannon rowboat, like the cannon. It's the same size, but instead of being on a rowboat, it is portable. So yeah, this is like a really new mechanic in the game. I mean, just imagine being able to pick up a cannon and shoot at people. It would be insane. So this is something that, again, is quite likely to happen at some point. So the disadvantage of this is that it slows down your movement speed a lot because you are holding a cannon, and it only fires what you can hold in your inventory, so it doesn't have like unlimited ammo. The advantages are that it is a one-shot kill because it is literally a cannon, and it's also very hard to miss shots with because of how big a cannonball is. So yeah, it's pretty simple like that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is basically the same idea, except it is not a cannon, but a harpoon. So this is something that I really wish is in the game because it would be sick. The disadvantages are, it does very little damage at all because it is a harpoon, and it runs out after 5 uses, and it also takes up a weapon slot. But the advantages would be that it has very long range, and it also can be used to harpoon loot off other boats more easily, so you can get like better angles to actually get the harpoon in the right place. So the next one we're going to be talking about is kind of like a mortar, but for kegs. It's really interesting, and it would go on the canvas of the sloop, and on like the back of the galleon. And I have no idea where to put it on the brig, so why don't you comment where you think it could go on the brig? Yeah, but the canvas on the sloop, you know, at the back, and then the back of the galleon behind the wheel is where I think it should go. And this is the only weapon on this list that isn't portable because it is mounted on the ship. So the disadvantages of it would be that it has extremely slow reload speed and has very bad aim, so it's really hard to hit your shots. But to counteract that, it inflicts huge amounts of damage, so if you hit one shot, it's mad, right? And it cannot take damage from enemy shots because of how well protected it is, because it is a mortar. So for this idea, it is an eye of reach that is mounted, and it would go right by the harpoons where I'm showing you. It would need an ammo box to refill it, which is kind of annoying, but it has to be done. And it can only move as far as the harpoons can, so it can only move from side to side as much as the harpoons can, which isn't very much. So the disadvantages would be extremely slow reload speed, so the slowest in the game, and limited mobility, so you can't move much, as I was saying, and it's really hard to find ammo for it because of the ammo box thing. And so for advantages though, it has extremely good aim as it is a sniper, inflicts a lot of damage like the eye of reach does, and it has one for either side of the ship, so you can get like increased angles of the ship. The last weapon we're going to be talking about today is the dagger. So it is like a sword but shorter and more deadly. And what would be really cool is if we had finishing moves like there are in COD. So the disadvantages of the dagger, it has very short range, so it's quite dangerous to use, and it can be blocked with a sword. But the advantage of it is it's one slice kill, so one slice of the dagger kills someone, and I can do finishing moves with it, which is really unique, and obviously maybe you could buy different finishing moves and stuff, so that's, you know, like more revenue stream for Rare, which is probably really good. So yeah, that's the last weapon we've talked about. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me talk about this today. So if you like the video, and definitely subscribe and turn the notifications on so you do not miss a future upload. And tell me which weapons were your favourite in the comments, and if there's any weapons you thought that could be added, just comment them down below. Thanks for watching.